Hey there, it's Sean from Malartu, here to talk to you about the FreshBooks Agency Executive Template. So this template is designed to give an executive at any sort of service agency a quick look at how the business is performing, primarily using FreshBooks data. And it's going to look at anything from profitability to some growth metrics and even some unit economics in there as well. So let's dive right in, see what we're working with. Once the template's built, first thing you'll notice is you've got these helpful notes explaining what each block is doing, from better definition of AGI to utilization rate, customer concentration, a bunch of really awesome and helpful KPIs that you can use. Make sure to read through these notes. They're going to give you a really good kind of understanding of what you should be looking for. So let's just run through this real quick, and then we'll let you go build it. So first thing, AGI is what we use as a better indicator of revenue. Really, it's all it is it's your revenue minus your cost of goods sold, which is typically your contractors and your other third parties that you might use to fulfill your service for your particular clients. Utilization rate is how everyone that's a full-time employee in the company is working relative to how much you could be getting paid. So you want a higher utilization rate. This is some demo data in here. Obviously, 2% is a really bad utilization rate. You really want to be shooting for somewhere between 85 and 90%. That means that 90% of your time, your team's time, is spent on billable work, which is really great. Customer concentration. This is another theme you'll see throughout the template, and I'll speed it up here in a second. But the biggest thing to look out for here is you don't want one client to dominate your customer base, because that means that you're at a high risk of honestly your business going out of business if that customer was to leave you. But also they can kind of force you to do things that you might not want to do when you think about your full service mission. So running through, we're going to look at AGI growth, compare your AGI to the average and over that period. So you can see if you had a monster month in September, what did you do that month that was so great, and how do we replicate that in the future? We'll look at revenue realization, AGI per FTE. This per FTE number is a really good one. You want this to be around $150,000. That's because that means every time you bring on a new employee, you know this is going to be a profitable organization, and we can grow comfortably in that way, and you can really plan and forecast for that. A little bit more on client concentration, and then running down here, we look at the ever important AR aging, how many days it takes us to get paid when we do invoice our clients. And then finally, the acquisition cost versus the lifetime value of each client. And these two are huge. This is really helpful to understand. This is a really cool thing about this template. What this is going to tell you is that it might cost you $2,100 to acquire a new client, which sounds like a lot, but over their lifetime, you're going to make $22,000. So that would be you have a really profitable organization running here. So maybe you could afford to spend a little bit more on your acquisition, or you could hop in that jet, fly to that new client meeting, whatever that might be. And then finally, we compare the two. Just a quick rule of thumb, kind of industry standard. You want this ratio to be about 3-to-1. So you're going to make it 3 times as much money as you spend per client that you acquire. So that's a quick overview on this template. We hope you build it out in your account. Let us know if you have any questions, and happy analyzing.